Hi, YouTubers, friends and family. RvDebs here, and it is Friday night. I'm trying something different tonight. I'm on my cell phone. So you'll have to tell me if it's better on the cell phone or on my laptop. And that's what I'm going to need to know. It looks brighter, and I don't even have my ring light on. Um, Hold on a second. Let me work. I don't know who's in there because I have to open up on my laptop the channel. So just a moment. Okay. Oh, there we go. Well. So weird. Hi, Wayne. Hi, Emily. Well, I don't have the ring light on. Um, I don't think I need it. Hello, Mazul. I've never done it on my phone before. This is definitely different. And I can see what you guys are looking at. So that's kind of cool. How are you all today? Happy New Year, everybody. Crystal clear. Good. Well, Verizon's pretty good. So let's do this way then. As long as my battery holds out. Good. Okay. I didn't even know how to do this, but of course, if you look into it, then it's right there. And I think I could actually, let me see if I can. Uh-oh. Where'd that go? Let me look for my battery cables that fell down, I guess. Yeah. I'm getting comfortable. Goodness gracious. Okay. Only thing is, well, it might not work out because now I've lost what you're saying to me because my great connection is lagging. Hold on, we'll fix it. Okay. Well, I can't follow what you're saying to me right now because my own laptop is messed up. Hi, Pamela. Hi, audio seems better. Hi, Carrie Joe. Hi, is that? Hello, Zeus. Good evening, everyone. I'm trying this on my laptop. Not my laptop, on my cell phone. So I just appreciate you bearing with me because I see some of the comments. They go away real fast on the cell phone. And this my laptop's not working. Let me refresh it. Oh boy. I don't know. Oh man. It says Google Chrome not responding. Hi Jojo, hi Boston. Wow, forgive me if I don't see you come in because it comes up on the cell phone for just a second. Hi Barbara, how are you? I'm good. It's a new year and I'm ready. Okay, what's wrong with my stupid laptop now? It's like it's not letting me. Hi Linda Lindsay. Hold on, I'm trying to get it together, but right now my connection's screwed up. Your connection's interrupted. Oh, that's nice. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm having a hard time because I don't see your. Hi, Marianne. Happy New Year. I'm trying to fix my connection here. Okay, good. I think it's back. I just had to refresh the window. So if I missed anybody, I'm sorry. Okay, now I can see. You're reading the comments. Yeah, I can see them on my laptop, and I can see them for a second on my cell phone, and then they just disappear. Okay, good. Well, anyway, I'm here. I'm here, and you're here. Hi, Elaine. Very nice to see everybody, and a happy New Year. Let's see. Barbara says, let's hope it's going to be a good year, and the bushfires will be subsiding so soon. Oh, that's right. You're in Australia too. I'm so sorry. I hope that you're safe. Yeah, that's like those California fires. You just don't know what the heck is it about. Jeez. Hi, Donna. Well, I definitely wish that the fires get under control and get put out fast. Hello, Doxinator. Doxinator, Happy New Year to you, sir. Yeah, so did y'all have some good times since the new year? It's been quiet here, but the weather's been very mild. And we're supposed to get even milder temperatures. Hi, Print Me Up. Happy New Year to everyone. Why can't you see me, Pam? So you can hear me, but you can't see me? I hope it's not my side. I'm on a cell phone for the first time. I love in life. I know I've been on my laptop and it just doesn't seem that great, so I'm trying this. Hi, Lee. Hi, Sharon Lee. Happy New Year, Maryland. Did you have a good New Year's? It sucks when it's buffering. I don't know how to correct it on either side, to be honest with you. Yeah, it's horrible. The fires in Australia, like 1 million acres. Jeez. Well, good. At least something's better, right? I'm looking at my cell phone because my laptop, it does pretty good, but obviously you guys are saying it's better. I'm loud and clear from the UK. How you doing, Marion? I hope you're all having a really nice start of your year. Start of not only a year, it's the start of a decade. And when I think about what important stuff happened in the last decade, a lot of stuff stands out a lot. So many changes that I would have never guessed. So you never know what's going to happen. That's for sure. Well, I'm glad it looks good. And, as long as I read your comments right there when they come out, otherwise they disappear. And when I'm on my laptop, I can go back and look at what you guys are saying. And now my connection, it's a good thing I didn't use my laptop, really. I don't even have the light ring on. I know that's weird, but I don't. Let me show you what it looks. Well, I'm afraid to do anything. Oh, that's horrible. Oh my God, I can't even imagine that you're getting burned out of your home and now you're on the beach waiting for the Navy to help you. That's horrendous. What can we call the new decade? What is it going to be called? The Roaring 20s? Take two? God, I can't do anything. I'm trying to unplug something here without disturbing everything in the world. God. One wrong move and my camera will fall. I have a large light right there. Well, I'm glad it's good. I'll just hang out and try to just talk. I was gonna see what happens if I plugged in the ring light. That'd probably be too bright, really. If I turned off that light and just used the ring light, that would work. Yeah, my laptop is screwed up. I'm gonna have to. It's not responding again. Yeah, well, that sucks because it's much easier to read comments. Emily says, I don't know what to call the new decade, but I like to say that it has clarity and transparency. 2020 vision. That's true. 2020, though, it's like the roaring 20s, because it's kind of like the technical 20s, the roaring technical 20s. But I don't know. It's kind of a crazy time in our lives. Sheesh. What I should have done is had my laptop on my hotspot from my phone. But I can't do that now, or I would have, screw it up. Print Me Up says it looks like I've moved with the angle of the camera. Hi, RV Butterfly. Emily says, I hope 2020 is a decade of focus, clarity, and truth. Yeah, the truth can hurt. Yeah. I am trying to fix my laptop so I can keep the chat where I can see it. Happy New Year to you, RV Butterfly. I'm trying this live chat for a change is on my my cell phone, so I don't really see. I don't see anything like normal. I don't know if I like it actually. What's wrong with my connection? Come on, you can do it. Okay, well, it looks like I've got a good connection, so let's see if I can connect. And it's asking me to put in my password. No. As you get older, Marion says you want less, appreciate people more. You called this chat, let's communicate. So your laptop decided it wasn't going to. I know it's mad at me. It's messed up. I can't log in. Well, what should I do? Nothing. I can't do anything. So I don't even have. Right now, I'm not even on. It's crazy. Let's communicate. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. And I'm not doing a real good job at the moment. Oh my goodness. I just started Skype. Let me close that window. Anyway, it's nice that it's clear, but geez, my fur babies are great. The only time I can see the comments on the cell phone, see they just disappear. So it's like when you first say it, like I lost the one that was underneath whatever I just said. Okay, well, I got to figure this out, you guys. I mean, this is not going to work for me. Let me just give me a second, okay? Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. And it's falling. It's falling. Do you know how to wrap Cooper or copper on jewelry? Is that copper? Hey, Darby. Sorry, honey. I'm having trouble because I'm on my cell phone. So if I don't see you come in, if I've turned away, it disappears off the cell phone. I'm trying to log back on with my laptop. And so far, okay, how far are we? It's like it's really lagged. Okay, I'll have to sing to you. How you doing, Darby? Hi, Molly. Sing a song. So now I see myself, but I'm not caught up to the same place. Let me trying to do that. Copper. I used to wire wrap a lot with I didn't necessarily use copper, but I used to use sterling silver and 14 karat gold filled. That's a lot how we did things. You got the necklace and you love it. Thank you so much, Darby. I'm so glad you do. Thank you, Boston Terrier Mom. Yeah, give me a thumbs up. I can't see anything right now. This is weird because when I am on my laptop, oh, I can see 18, okay, and 40 people in here. Well, I do see that. Once I get used to this, it won't be so, terrible. Let's see how lagged I am. Okay. I'll have to sing to you. Okay, so I'm almost caught up, actually. Good. I wonder why it disappears off your cell phone. On mine, I can see all of the comments. Really? Not me, love and life. I don't know if I just don't have it set up right. But the video's clear, and that's good. And that is so good. Let's see. Chat disconnected. Unable to connect to chat. Please try again later. Great. Hi, Izzy. I'm sorry. Well, let me try refreshing the stupid thing again. It's confusing to me. Wah. I have no chat. Oh, maybe I do. Yeah, I think I got chat back. Whenever in doubt, right? Refresh. Hi, Seattle Judy. I see you come in the room. And Izzy says, I'm going to modify. Now I got it. I'm going to modify my channel name so it says Izzy and people can pronounce it. Doing a test with other channel. Yeah, because Izzalix is not easy to get Izzy out of it unless you tell us. I call my home Christine. Is that what you mean, Emily? I must have missed the last, I don't know. I live in Christine and my truck is Phantom. The Phantom. That's because my husband used to call himself the Phantom and he'd sign cards, the Phantom. Hi, Teresa. I'm so glad I'm clear. I'm using my cell phone and trying to learn how to do it a little different. And it looks like it's better. So the only thing I need to do without screwing up anything is to plug in my cell phone's hold on, excuse my hand. Okay, good. It's a little crooked, but hey. You like the lighting too, and the lighting's just really just my house. I guess the laptop doesn't pick up lighting very well. I went on. I just looked for. I finally figured it out on my cell phone that you can go live. You don't have as much control over things. Hi, Life Content. I'm so glad you popped in. Happy New Year. Somebody asked what, Emily? It's good to see you, everybody, really. Tips aluminum foil bonnet to MS McGregor. Well, I don't know what that means. Well, right now the laptop is working. I am reading what you guys are saying slowly. I can see it better than on the cell phone. But it's good. I'm doing okay. The lighting's just my house lighting. Oh my gosh, Emily. No, my home is called Christine. Molly and I act so okay, no problem. You're allowed. Hey, Giggle Fishy, Happy New Year. Come on in. Hello, Bill. I'm so glad it's better. I'm using my cell phone tonight for the first time, and the picture is clearer. I can tell myself. So seems weird to say 2020. That's what Sharon says. I know 2020, and they say when you're like writing a check or something to put 2020. Don't leave just 20 because somebody can change it. So what did I do today? Not too much. I'm going to cook something tonight, I think, or tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. I'm going to cook some yellow peas with ham hocks. Wow. Lighting looks good. My picture's clear. Sound is good. Hey, hey, hey. It's a winner. Giggle Fishy said she never thought that 2020 would be anything but a television show. Well, we're here. 2020 really is. It's kind of hard to fathom how many years I've been around. And I was thinking about what I did in the like 10 years from 2010 to 2020. And I did a lot. I mean, I moved a couple times, sold everything I owned, went through my death of my husband, um, sold my home, went into an RV, even when my husband was alive, because he didn't pass away till 2014. We went on a cruise. Ooh, Sharon just took a nice roast out of the oven. Yum, yum. Nothing like a nice, fresh, cooked up roast. The decade of vision. That's good. You know, but I did a lot. I really did. And then I got my RV and traveled and lived in many it's like I just so much I couldn't even remember it all. The decade of vision 2020 is cute. That works. Definitely. I didn't do jack in the last decade. Really, if you sit down and think about it, what did you do in 2000 from 10 to 20? Doreen Sanders says, I have a neighbor that doesn't let her dog stay home by himself, so I ended up dog sitting this afternoon. Was it a nice doggy? Aw. Marion asked about my cruise. Well, I went on a cruise with my husband, I think it was 2011, after his spinal surgery. And we cruised on it was called the Eclipse. And we sailed to Puerto Rico, San Juan, St. Thomas, and San Croix. It was a great cruise because it had separate restaurants for all kinds of just different kinds of dining, and we did it all. We really had, I tell you, we really had a good cruise. That was really the last major vacation we ever did. Molly says I just incredibly disappointed not to be living in a high rise with a Jetson car in my garage. What year did they say that was? I don't know what year they said it was, the Jetsons. Oh, listen to this. Teresa, that's cute. She says, I know, Molly, I was so sure I would be living with Sean James in our cabin in the Canadian woods by 2020. Yeah, he married another lady. Sorry to disappoint you. Hi, PJ. It's a good memory, yes. That was it was a really special time because he was just recovering from spine surgery. He was looking okay. Um, and I'm glad we did it. We kind of splurged and just spent this money that he got from something like disability check or something came in, and we just said let's do it. Hi, Stitchy Rebel. I am on my cell phone. That's why I've realized that the cell phone has a much better picture. And going through Verizon, I love Sean. That guy is such a honey. You and me both, Giggle Fishy. I really am looking forward to some sort of vacation someday in the near future. I like the Jetsons too, though. Here's George Jetson, my dog Elroy. I mean, how can you not like Sean? And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, I'll give him a real big plug because it's one of my favorite channels on YouTube, and he's got two channels. One is my self reliance, and he is this man that lives in Canada, and on a piece of property he hand built with no electricity, a wonderful cabin and all kinds of stuff, and he's just so cool and cute. Boston Terrier Mom says, a lot happened in my last decade. My husband died, retired, sold my home, bought a condo, took an Alaskan cruise. Yeah, there you go. Me too, Boston Terrier. My went on a cruise. My husband went through my husband's death, sold my home, bought an RV, downsized completely, traveled by myself. I've just, it's been, and you guys know the rest, really. Oh, wow. Yep, he's got his wife moving in actually today. I think she moved in. So this guy built this cabin, like a man's cave kind of cabin, and outdoor cooking. And I mean, he's just the handiest man I've ever seen. Built a sauna in a bathroom house. But his wife sold their home now, and she's moving in with him. So he's been doing whatever he can to make it, ready for his wife, more comfortable, I guess. Teresa. He is, there's something about this guy, definitely. So 2000 to 2010 was my best years because I met my husband in 2001 and we were together all the way through and he was healthy those 10 years. So that was even a better decade. This last decade was very difficult in a lot of ways. Very, very like difficult for me. And so, I'm kind of glad the decade's over. Hey, Stony. The past decade, S. Lee says, sold home, bought condo, retired, mother passed, bought a van and traveled in it. That's a lot. It's a lot if you think about it, how much we did in the year. Marion says, do you know this, Sean? But I do not know this, Sean, but I will look him up. Do you think he is ready for a trip to the UK? I think he's really happy with his blonde, long hair, beautiful wife. Gigglefish, he said, I got braver this decade. I do a lot of things alone now that I never did before. If you think about it, you did a lot more than that. Teresa says 2010 was a total creep show for me. I have been happier now have ever than I've ever been then. Okay. Next page, PJ said, I agree with Deb. I'm glad that the last decade is over. I'm hoping this upcoming decade will be the best. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Hi, in love with health. Welcome back. Darby says, how did Kathy and everyone end up in Knox City? Oh, that's a good story. And I think Sean's others. What's the name of Sean's other channel? Isn't it Sean? We these ladies in here will tell you. The Tesla. That'll be the flying car. That's right. How did Kathy's family get to Texas? The other one is Sean James, right? And they're both just him, pretty much. Um, Many years ago, like 23 years ago, um, Kathy's oldest son, Lee, as a matter of fact, at that time, 23 years ago, I was with Kat. And even longer than that, he was with a woman. She got pregnant. They didn't get married, but she went back home, and her home was this area of Texas. So he wanted to be a part of his wife's or his girl. I mean, his son, because they had a son. So he moved to this area of Texas, and soon after, well, not soon after, but he was a policeman. He was he's been in a lot of. He was in the service, Afghanistan, and he got into this farm type of thing, was like hydroponic farm, and asked his brother Nathan, you want to be a partner, come on and live here, come out to Knox City. And one thing led to another. The Nathan and Nadia and the boys followed over here, and then after her two sons were here, even their in-laws, like Nadia's mom and dad, moved from Florida right to Knox City, and so did Stephanie's mom and dad were from Guatemala, and they moved here, plus her brother and sister-in-law. Hi, Linda. Anyway, that's what's good. So I followed, Kathy and Mark followed to be near her family and her grandkids, and then her mother a year later moved, and then I moved a year after her mom moved here. So that's how we all got to Texas, this particular little town. None of us are from Texas. So crazy. Oh, man. Well, it actually, it's turned out to be a really interesting way of life for all of us. It's definitely big changes. I don't have children. When I wasn't really married in my like I got divorced in my like early 20s and stayed single and took protection. And when I met my husband, we were both 50. We weren't going to have kids at that point. So that is exactly what happened. And now I'm living in a small town in Texas where people smile and get to know your name. I never thought I'd ever want to live like this. And now I'm living in a small town in Texas. On Friday, we all dine at Bud's place. 'Cause most everybody there. I even know the cop and the mayor too. And our waitress Angie's baby is nearly due. She's had her baby. I think her baby's like 3. I'm a California girl, that's for sure. Bud's is owned by Kathy's son Lee and Stephanie. Oh, I wish I could see. Okay, let me look here. I just reloaded it again. Sucks, sucky, bucky ducky. Okay, Stitchy Rebel says, moved to Michigan, to Alabama. After 3 moves there, we moved to Florida, lived there for a year, moved back to Michigan. My hubby had a stroke, and then we made our second and last move to here to Michigan. That's a lot of moving, huh? We all did. I moved a lot too. You hope what machine is not going out? Explain, Linda. I don't get that. I'm not sure what you meant. Stony, thank you. Hi, Gina. My computer? No, it's not going out. It's got a bad connection right now. Sharon Hansen, she's sharing. She says, my husband passed away 3 years ago, and I am as depressed now as then. Can't get over it. We were together 26 years. You know, Sharon, you don't get over it. You're never going to get over it, Sharon, but you can get through it. You need to maybe possibly call up hospice and ask for their spouse loss groups. It really helped me. When I had lost my husband, I was feeling lost, but I went to this spouse loss group and actually one-on-one counseling, and it helped me so much. Enjoy your roast beef, Sharon. I am sorry, but 3 years, your spouse would want you to live. You don't get over it. I mean, that's just not going to happen, but you can get through it, and you have gotten through it. Day at a time, exactly. Roast beef reminds you of the Grinch. Hmm. I think of green. I feel bad for you, Sharon. I really think that some sort of counseling and help you get yourself back on the track of you have to start planning your life again. When our husbands or our wives pass away, it is like though everything's been torn under our feet. The mat's been pulled and we're like lost. But we have to like pick ourselves up and find some interesting things to plan and try to make it. You gotta make it. Texan aviator took care of my mom all last year in a home hospice. She passed October. No family left. Dad abandoned early. I don't know how to go on either. Hospice groups are no help. Well, they help me. I can't say that. Hi, Menno Fairy. Happy New Year. Everybody does grieve differently, and the length of grieving is like a totally each person has their own depth of where they go through, and we can say that I mean, I went through grief. I still have my time. Um, but I definitely want to live. They don't want us to sit and wallow in sadness. If you think that your husband wants you to sit and wallow in sadness, I really don't think so. I think he'd want you to at least try to move on in certain ways, you know? Um, all right. Let me see. Gina, the topic really is it's just communication. And right now we're talking about what we did in the last 10 years from 2010 to 2000 to 2020. And we also are talking to about grieving, you know, how to get over it, how to not get over it. Um okay. Linda says wait a minute. Marion says you're right. You never quite get over it, but I always feel that they would want me to be happy. Take the memories and keep them in your heart. And you do keep them in your heart. That's right. And that's the thing. Hospice helped. A Stitchy Rebel says, hospice helped me when my mom died. They were great. Linda said, I'm getting better. At 1 year, losing my husband, 38 years, was a long time to be married, but I'm doing more things. And it's just your own speed, too. You know, no one's telling you what you should do. Right. Linda's doing great. And it's one day at a time sometimes, you know, and we're allowed to be blue. We are allowed to feel and be, you know, be sad. But, you know, you got to remember that your loved one wants you to smile, smell flowers, do things for yourself to make yourself feel a little better. You know, that's all I think. I don't know, you know, we've all had our losses, and you know, you like I said, you don't get over it, but you can pull yourself through them, and there's nothing wrong with grieving because it's a natural form in our lives. But when you say I'm not able to do anything, you know, then you need to do something because it's time. Let's see here. I was a hospice nurse, Teresa says, for 3 years. In the end, the real purpose of hospice is to be supporting the family members, right? I'm sorry you don't feel you were served well. That's good, Linda says she's got blue days and she's got also better days. That's all you can do. It's just try to go on. Sharon, you're welcome here. I just hope that even if it's just a little bit every day, that you remember some of the things we're all saying and maybe do something to make yourself smile because you deserve it. You deserve to live and be happy again. It may never be the same. It isn't the same without our mates. Right. Carrie Jo says you never get over it, but you can learn how to live with it. Sometimes grief is a moment to moment thing. It is. It's very personal. And, you know, nobody can tell you how you're supposed to feel. The only thing I can say is I've been through it. I have gotten through it. I'm not over it. I have my husband's pictures there, there, there. There's one over there, honestly, and there's one in the bathroom. It's not like you get over it. You don't. But you have to make a new life. That's the hard part. It's like, wow, one day you wake up and you need to start over again. Right, Molly? Hi, Hootie. Welcome. Marion says, when I go, I don't want people to be sad and their lives not go on. So I am sure our family members have feel the same. Exactly, Marion. I wouldn't want people to it's the hardest thing in the world to lose someone. But everyone loses someone eventually. If you love in your life, you're going to eventually lose somebody. Hi, Butterbean Head. Hi, Craig. Good to see you, sir. Sir Craig. I hope you're doing well. Big, enormous group hug. Yes. Right. If something disappointed you in a group, try a different group. I'm doing good. I'm on my cell phone. Doesn't it look different, Craig? I tried my cell phone to go live for the first time, and I think it's a good. I mean, much better than it has been. Yes, we're passing hugs out now. Woohoo! Yeah, it looks brighter, doesn't it? It's not as easy for me because when I'm on my cell phone, I get what you're saying next to me, but I don't have time to read it all. But it's on my laptop. I have a S8 Samsung Galaxy S8 on my phone. I want to update too. Teresa says there'll be days when I still have to make myself get up, bathe, put on a little makeup, wear something other than pajamas. But for their memory, you have to. For the others in your life, you must. Very good. That's true. I agree. Doreen says, I lost my husband 3 years ago. I miss him a lot, but I know he would want me to be happy with what time I have left. I know I will always have the memories of him and me. Me too. That's a beautiful thing that you said, Doreen. And we're saying it because it's true. And they want us to achieve happiness. And even if it'll never be the same, and it never is going to be the same, you can create a little new time for yourself. That's what I think. I know, Linda. This my channel's pretty much a spouse loss kind of channel. Um, that's one of the reasons I did this too. I know I was going to be traveling, but I also went through a lot and wanted to share because I am a communicator. Yeah, love is beautiful, and if we're lucky enough to even have had wonderful mates in our life, then we're going to grieve harder than most people, but we have those beautiful memories. And hey, at least I had a very true, passionate, wonderful relationship with my man, and I'm appreciative of that. I wish it was longer. Carrie Joe says, I truly believe I'll be with my loved ones again someday. That ah, thank you, Craig. Please get a bite to eat on me, Red Lobster. Well, probably not Red Lobster, but I will think of you when I get a bite. That was really nice of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it because this is a heavy month for me. I didn't make anything last month on YouTube, and I still don't have my channel back, and it takes a while to create AdSense, so that really will help me a lot. Thank you. I'm sending you a big hug, Craig, thanking you for being so kind. Yay. See, so I finally can start making some money on YouTube, but you have to make $100 before you can even get anything on the 21st of the month. Oh, Linda says, I'm lucky I had a dad and it was wonderful and a great husband. Yeah, I had a great mom and dad and husband. I know, Donna. She says it's amazing that we find each other in the first place. Marion says, I think, oops, they're going fast again. I think everyone thinks more this time of year after Christmas festivities, people all together, and then on our own. It will pass and new adventures for everyone. Yeah, it's not an easy time of the year for people that have lost their mates. We look around and people are with their mates. I mean, everybody around me is married. Everyone, just about every single person. Debs don't. Teresa said, Debs don't get the kind of love you had. Many don't get the kind of love you had. I know. I was very fortunate. I never did, but I am always warm knowing that it does exist. Oh yeah, it does when it's real. And I haven't had a lot of love in my life. That he was he was really the only true, good relationship in every way. Thank you, Craig. Every little bit does help. Thanks. I got the hug back. You know what's neat is that I've been very fortunate that not only the people in my life, like Kathy and her family, and some girlfriends and boyfriends out there, but you guys have been wonderful to me. You really have. It's nice. Oh, I'm sorry. I know I missed something. Carrie Jo says she's working on a wreath. Okay, I got it. In Love with Health says your story is so great, Deb. Makes me think we should all hang out at the mall. Yeah, that was a weird thing because I don't really go to the mall. Even then, I never really went to malls that much. I'm one of those no nonsense shoppers. Like if I have something in mind, I go into the store, I get it, and I go right out. I don't sit there and shop. Most malls are dying. Well, let's go to the coffee shop. Coffee shops are in right now, right? In love with health. Proof universe will make it happen. We just have to be in tune when there is a gift presented to us. Yeah, you never know, really. You never know where you're going to meet someone that you're going to be friends with forever. Always be ready and open. Mail pattern shopping. Donna said she just ate a whole pizza. You must be nice and full. A concert that I can choose? Well, you know what I'm going to choose. Vernon Kelly or Celtic Thunder. Because you guys would be in love with that group if you saw them. That's how good they are. See Rosie back there? I just gave her a haircut today. Can you see her? Yeah, she had like a ton of hair and it was just getting too thick. Now I'm going to have to put a sweater on her. I'd love to go on a cruise. That's one of my things I really want to do. Yeah, she's been trimmed up, huh, Rose? I'm not the best at it, but she was a good girl. Stop showing everybody you're itching. Lily, where'd Lily go? I don't even know. Yeah, she's got a pretty big mustache. I tried trimming it. I did. Yeah, she's itching. Rosie's tail. Yeah, she's got. I cut some of her tail. I'm lucky to have my girls. Look at her. Did somebody come in and I didn't? Hi, Debbie June. There you are. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. I really appreciate them. Oh, man. Yeah, she needs a good bath. I mean, I cut her hair and she needs a bath. You know what we're gonna do? This is something we just talked about it tonight. I'm gonna share the price of a one of those utility sinks, the big deep sinks, and Mark's gonna put it out by the washer and dryer, so I can put my girls in the bath. Me too, Molly. My babies are very important to me. I don't like to be without them. No resolutions for you, Gina. Well, I don't really want to make a resolution, but my idea for the next year of my life is to be happy and healthy. So in order for me to like do that, I need to do certain things like lose a few pounds, at least 20 pounds. Not a lot. I don't care if I'm a little fat because you know what? I'm more to love. Mine showers with me, but I can't go into the bathroom without shutting the door or she jumps in. Did you name Keegan after the comic? Oh, you must be talking to someone else. Gigglefish, she said, I had to shovel, chop ice off the driveway every day since Tuesday. My resolution is to lift weights so it won't hurt so much. Yeah, that stuff can take it out of you. That's for sure. Emily said, I have one of those deep sinks too, and that is how I wash my two of my three dogs. I've really needed a deep sink, and so does Kathy. Those utility sinks are really, really good. And Mark's a plumber, so all we need to do is buy the sink itself and a few things, and he can put it in. We're having mild weather here in my area. Um, Today was like in the high 60s. It's supposed to get near 70. Yeah, the RV sink. I've washed both of them in this sink, and it's not a soaking tub for them. It's just it's all I have, but I'd like to be able to put them in some water. Gina says history says resolutions began with the Babylonians in 2000 BC. I would bet that before that, because we know the ancient Egyptians went too fast. Egyptians did everything first. Giggle Fishy said, I'm going to be one of those people on the news, splayed out flat in the driveway, deader than a doornail in a heart attack shoveling. Don't do that. Hi, Mrs. Thoreau. How are you? Welcome and Happy New Year. Gina said it, but they began as part of a religious festivities and therefore were not secular like many of today's resolutions. So after the stresses and the mad rush of the holidays, we're eagerly await the new year's, excited to set ourselves up for more pressure, possible failure, success as we try to fulfill this prerequisite to begin our year. No thanks. I don't do that. But there's nothing wrong with wanting to have a good year. And for me personally, I need to, after Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's time to buckle it down, and just stop eating all the rich food and take a little bit of this off, just it's my feelings. Oh, let's see. Donna said she received a free gym membership from my insurance company. Looking forward to it. That's cool. Teresa said it's raining, gloomy, and cold here. A great day for reading a book or eating comfort food. Comfort food. Always good for comfort food, isn't it? I hope you guys are enjoying this chat. It certainly is different for me tonight. It's very hard to back off from eating. It is. And it's hard to shovel snow. I can agree with that. Well, you can have comfort food, but it's not as good as the old fattening stuff. But Linda says she had to pay a guy to clear her driveway. Yeah, I lived in New York one winter with Kathy, and we had to get somebody to backhoe this hill so we could get out of there. I don't have to shovel here either. I would not mind at all, Craig, if you gave me a big thumbs up. Thanks. Thank you, thank you. Craig, you are my favorite guy out there. I must tell you. You help me. I really appreciate it. Because times are tough sometimes. Hi, Libra. Yes, PJ, Craig is someone special to me. Teresa said, I have noticed that when you buy DVDs on weight loss and exercise, that they are so much, jeez, they're so much more enjoyable when you watch them while eating ice cream. Ice cream is one of my weaknesses, actually. Hi, John. Hi, Deb. When I worked at the veterinarian, I had to wash dogs with a special shampoo because they were infected with maggots. I was very dedicated. Maggots? Blech. That doesn't sound like a good thing. Darby says, "Hey Craig, when are you jumping in that RV and coming Deb's way?" I'll let him answer. That sounds delicious. Linda says that her son Todd is fixing grilled cheese on sourdough. I love sourdough and tomato soup. Yummy. No, that sounds good. It does. That sounds really, really good. I could go for a big bowl of ice cream now that you said ice cream, but I'm not going to get one. But I could go for one. I'll drink some water. Yeah, I think grilled cheese and tomato soup is one of the American old favorites for many, many families. Giggle Fishy's gonna have some ice cream. Baked pumpkin and apples for dinner in a bit. I'm having baked pumpkin and apples. I don't think I've ever had baked pumpkin. I have had baked apples though. Good for you, Teresa. I ordered from the Cheesecake Factory, got a salad, no cheesecake. That's hard to do. It's a snowy night up there in the mountains in California for Linda. Molly said, I'm drinking lots of water to wash down my Dove chocolate bar. Oh, goodness gracious. Craig says, looks like I'm going to fly to Texas. And oops, I want to read that. I got all nervous. Craig said something, and of course I missed it. Where'd it go? Looks like I'm going to fly to Texas and buy one of their cheaper, and I won't have to drive so far. I think that's a great idea. We've got several RV places around. That would be cool. Next page, PJ says, I'm having a keto-friendly root beer float, diet root beer with a couple of scoops of frozen whipped cream. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, in love with health said I have a pumpkin pie here. Some lop some off and throw it into the oven with an apple, like having apple pie with no sugar. Okay. Carrie Jo says, sometimes I think I should call someone and say, if I don't call you in an hour, come check on me to make sure I'm still on my feet because I'm going out to shovel or mow the grass. Yeah, I know what you mean. Make sure you're okay. I'm scrolling and I do have a new mouse I bought for myself because the other one didn't scroll. I'm not a big pumpkin eater. I don't really, I mean, pumpkin pie tastes good if it's a nice one with whipped cream, but it's not one of my choices. Hello, Patricia. Welcome. I don't know. I ignored the maggot thing. I didn't give it any didn't want to give it any attention. Baked apples are delicious. I would like a baked apple. That might be something I do treat myself with. I've thought about joining Weight Watchers because um, I think it's good that you're able to eat, even if you do a keto style, you know, but I think it would be good to join something. Yeah, Craig says to put in that root beer float a shot of bourbon. In love with health that I could eat pumpkin pie for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and have it now. I'm avoiding fat and, Mark, Kathy's husband's favorite pie is pumpkin pie. I'm not a big pumpkin person. Maybe it's because I was born on Halloween. You guys. Let me sit back. Woo! Lily Bella. Where'd you go? Oh, she's laying down in a bed, one of the beds. Hi, Beverly. I know. I didn't read it. Toot poops. Yeah. Judy said I made a very, very good chicken vegetable soup in my Instapot. I'm gonna make a kind of like a yellow split. I have a big bag of yellow split peas and two big ham hocks, and I'm gonna make some nice. I don't know what it's gonna come out soupy with some carrots and onion, like a pea soup, only yellow. We have a food bank here once a month, and I got this big bag of yellow peas to use. Linda says Weight Watcher charges. Well, yeah, that's true. It's about $4.50 a week to do it online, which I think is worth it. I make a good pea soup too. I had black-eyed peas on New Year's Eve. I believe that too, Carrie. I'd rather pay someone to do what I can't do because I don't want to break my back. No matter how I fix it, I can't like it. What does that mean? Marion said, I am on the other way. I'll health has left me thin-faced and wrinkly. Food to fatten up, please. Oh, I wish that was my problem. Oh, okay. Libra said I made a Mississippi pot roast, which I don't know what the difference is from a pot roast and a Mississippi pot roast. In a regular crock pot for New Year's Day, had company came out perfect. What's the difference between a pot roast and a Mississippi pot roast? Yeah, it's a bummer not to have a choice about shoveling because that can work you too much. I had some grapes at midnight. Thank you, Patricia. I put on LA Color. Got that a gift for my birthday from one of my subscribers. I love good pea soup, but it has to be good. Libra said I'm from New England, and once I made Mississippi pot roast last year. I don't think I'll ever make pot roast any other way. Well, what you're gonna have to tell me what it is in it that isn't in regular pot roast. Minifairy got some snow this week. Duct tape. Nothing's going on outside my window. Did you hear something? Every now and then a truck. If it's really, I have the window open. Oh, you did. Craig says he emailed Rosie O'Kelly today. Arranging a meetup when we get on the road. She's all in. Of course. Love to meet Rosie, and we've talked about it for years. And for years I haven't done it. So this would be cool to really get to meet up with a lot of people, especially Rosie. Crazy. Well, it's going to be fun whenever it happens. Just have to let me know. I never heard of the grape thing either, actually. Yeah, how do you make the Mississippi? You told us about it. Now, what's in it that's different? I hope it happens soon too, Marion. I'm looking forward to getting away from here, just for even if it's just for a couple weeks, few weeks. It would be a good thing for my mind for sure. Teresa says, remember back when people were wrapping themselves in clear wrap to sweat the fat off, and your husband would say leftovers again? I remember. Maybe it is. I don't know if it's the grape thing's a Latin tradition. I'm not sure. I've never really heard of it as actually. Okay, Libra says you take the meat, add 1 packet of brown gravy mix and 1 packet of ranch dressing. Place 1 stick of butter and 5 or 6 pepperoncinis. Oh, I've heard of that. Pepperoncinis on top and bake slowly. Kathy has talked about it, but I didn't know they were Mississippi. A Mississippi pot roast. Yeah, it does sound good. I've heard of the ranch dressing and the pepperoncinis. What's happening? It's doubling up. Your words are coming out twice. And so is giggle fishies, which is weird. Weird. Well, I have 1.8 subscribers, almost 1,100. Eventually, it'll happen. Not kidding. Have made New England pot roast since I was 17. The Mississippi pot roast was tastier. Well, yeah, with the pepperoncinis and the ranch dressing, how bad could that be, right? Darby says, Craig, when are you flying in to buy the RV? And we're all excited about your adventure. In a couple of weeks, maybe. I am monetized, but I don't make any money until I reach a threshold of $100. Last time I looked, it was like $35. I have to get it up to past 100, and I plan to. It is good for a new page. I wish I could get my old one back. I'm hoping. I wrote a letter to Calvin today. Okay, PJ. Have a good evening, too. Thanks for coming in. Much appreciated. Libra said I added some water. It was finished this time around. So I would add from the start the next time about 3/4 of a cup, of 1 cup, or 1 and 3. Wonder why everything that you're saying, Libra, is coming out twice. That's different. You never know. Everything's always screwed up. Hi, Faye. I have to go use the ladies' room. Will you guys stay here and I'll be right back? Whoa. I'm coming. I'm back. Play Twister. Thank you. Hi, Diana. I'm well, thank you. I'm quick. Libra's like got a double thing going on. Was she watching? She's keeping an eye on things. She went through a lot because when I have to, when I shave her hair and stuff, she has to be patient. No, I didn't read a magazine. I hurried. Oh my goodness. So let's see how many people we got. 70 people in here. Yes, indeedy, meaty. So we were talking earlier kind of about what was the big things that you did in the last 10 years, that last decade from 2010 to now. Hi, Migto. And I moved. I lost my husband. I went on a cruise. I drove myself with the trailer to Alabama and spent 9 months. Kathy and I, we went. As a matter of fact, part of what I did, my husband and Kathy and I went to 3 art shows together in Kentucky, Ohio, and in Hilton Head. That was something we did. Good for you. Diana says she just went back to college full time at age 62. That's great. See, now that's something. Yep. That's what you have to do when you're like starting over again at an older age. I feel like I've started over. You have to find something you can do that you've always wanted to do and you just didn't do it. I don't know, but you just got to jump into something and get yourself going. Karen said I sold my house and began traveling the states in my car. 21 states explored last year. That's quite a year of ex- exploring and adventures and meeting people. I mean, how that's really great. It really is. Migto said I buried 3 aunts, one uncle, both parents, and a sister between 2010 and 2020. That's a lot. That is a lot. I buried my husband. That was enough. My parents died in 97 and 99, 1999. But it's like you look back and you think, wow, a lot was done in 10 years. Diana says my kids all graduated, and so it was time for me, to do so after 40 years. I drive an hour to and from, and am taking over full-time credit hours. Age doesn't matter. That's right. Yeah, it's a rough. I think I had a rough decade actually, even though like the last 3.5 years I've been here, and I'm relatively adjusted to this and happy with what I've done. But it hasn't been easy. Hi, Andrew. So Andrew, you wanted to email me, and all you did is said hi. You know, that's all you said in the email was hi. I'm not interested in that. That doesn't interest me. Hi, Lee. Good evening. Everything is good here. I'm doing well. Thank you. Yeah, Menno Ferry said it was a rough decade for many. I think we have like both good and bad during the 10 years. It's a long time. So, yes, I lost and I had to get over a major loss in 2014. And so between 2013 and 2015 was really, really hard. And then I moved on and, you know, I got my RV and travel, and that helped. It did help. You still feel the loss. It's not going to just disappear, But when you're busy doing something, planning something, you get out there, you don't have as much time to be sad, and that's a good thing. Got my nails done yesterday. I drove by myself to Abilene. Isn't that pretty color? I was so tired of the red. Gigglefishy said she read a lot of books last year. Yeah, it's like a kind of a purpley pink. Seattle Judy said, I think as individuals we change every 10 years. I think our body's supposed to change every 7 years. Hi, Chloe. So Karen says sometimes she does the car camping, tenting, Airbnbs, hotels. Well, I travel in my truck. I do Airbnbs or hotels. I've never slept in my truck. It wouldn't be that comfortable. So now, again, my laptop stopped working. I have to refresh it or something. Give me a thumbs up before you leave tonight, please. Mama said things change when you hit. Can I pull it down? Oh, I can pull it down with my finger when you hit that next zero. Thanks, Carrie. I completely overwhelmed thinking about the past 10 years. Don't even know how I did it, got through it all. It's amazing how we can get through things. Chloe says, what was your dream job growing up? Playing guitar and singing. And I think my best time was in Key West. I just enjoyed the heck out of living there. You have a wonderful channel. Thank you, Diana. I love stopping by to say hello. You make everyone feel welcome. Thank you. God bless. Gotta go. Dinner time. Well, I hope you have a good dinner, and I am glad you feel comfortable here. That's my goal, is to make it very comfortable and very uplifting, hopefully as much as possible. Mama said there'd be days like this. Mama said there'd be days like this. Faye says, 50, 60, 70. Yeah, definitely. Aw, I love you too, Faye. Mama said, Mama said, Mama said there'd be days like this. There'd be days like this, my mama said. The one thing you can count on is change. I just wouldn't be able to do the whole sleep in my van and car thing. I need to spread out and have a powder room handy. I just couldn't go in a bucket. Makes my tish like a biscuit cutter. Molly said I hit 60 with it like a ton of bricks. I know you're singing with me. That's great. Okay, let me move this. Uh, Seattle Judy said this weekend I'm going to go look at an import cab over camper, self-contained, fits on smaller pickups. Retirement cheap. travel, cheap gas. Yeah, I want to get a van. I'd like to get a high top, a camper van. I don't know if that's way out of my thought that I could do it, but you know, that's what I'd like. Chloe says, "Do you ever experience a friendship where your friend found someone else they relate to more and then leave you? Then they really weren't a true friend. So if they leave you for that, then let them go. That would be a bummer." Faye, what kind of RV do you have? She said she loves her RV. Hmm. A Pleasure Way. Oh, those are really nice. Pleasure Way 354. I wouldn't mind one of those. That sounds good. Um, In Love with Health says there should be no limit on friends. We relate to different people different ways. Exactly. I know a Pleasure Way is cool. 2011, that's beautiful. I wouldn't mind having something like a Pleasure Way. Excuse me. Seattle Judy's talking to Craig says that Sig from Deadliest Catch. He's okay, but he really wants to meet you. Now, he did not personally tell me that, but I know he does. Chloe says, "Why? I shouldn't say leave because they're still a good friend, but I can tell just that they're happier when they're hanging out with the other." Gigglefish, he said, "I just like a car." Well, that's what I mean. That would be perfect for me too, Faye, with my two pups. Craig says that the Pleasure Ways are great. They don't lose their value. Good choice. Doreen says, I have thought of getting an RV and do some traveling before I get too old to. That's what I want to do. I want to travel before I don't want to travel, you know? There's going to come a time when I'm really ready to stay close to home. Teresa says, "Yep, that is a rainy day friend." I don't know. I mean, friendships, if I feel like someone is liking somebody better than me and they're not into, I mean, I don't think they're a true friend. I IM'd him and he said he doesn't answer me in a few days. He's a great person. Okay. I look so different because I'm on my cell phone, Libra. I tried using my cell phone instead of my laptop, and my cell phone's got Verizon, a better service than my laptop is using a Wi-Fi extender, so it doesn't always work so good. Faye, can you stand up in your Pleasure Way? Well, thank you, Faye. So if you can stand up, change clothes, stand by your little place, where if you have a little kitchenette, which they do. Libra said, "I was thinking on my end though, can't have the chat beside your face I don't know. Seems different tonight, but yes, your picture is clearer or something. Well, it must be the connection, the Verizon connection. Doreen Sanders says, my husband was a truck driver and I used to go with him. Miss going. I bet. My husband liked to go places. He traveled a lot in his truck for work. Different angle. Yep. And the lighting is clear. Yeah, the here's the jewelry that's hanging. I just did it so that, well, actually, I've got the lamp, that ring light, but it's not on. I've noticed, like, why isn't it working? Ah, see, I'm afraid to mess it up. It's okay. The lighting seems to be fairly good. Let me just, oops. Now I'm having trouble with the, really can't touch anything. Hold on. There. That was fun. Gigglefishy said, I guess I'll be getting a road trek. The dog's in the background. Yeah, she's right there. That's Rosie. And Lily's on the floor tonight. I know. Hi, Dame the First. I'm using my cell phone. And just the lighting in my house works better. When I'm using the laptop, it's too dark. Thank you, Teresa. I painted that one long time ago, 2004. Molly says that Robin from Creative RV had it Pleasure Way for her first one. There's so many different choices. That's the thing about RVs. Yeah, Minnow Fairy, this is a much better camera. Butterbean says, I have seen them advertise the Pleasure Way. Yeah, I would love to. I can't afford. The biggest thing about getting a new van, or a relatively new van that you can trust, that monthly payment. I'd hate to have another monthly payment. Lil Rosie, little Rosie Roo. That's my little baby girl. That's my big girl. She had a haircut today by me. That's what I am. I'm MGTOWs that avoid the debt. Yeah, that's the only reason I haven't traded my truck in, because I know my truck. It was my husband's. He took good care of it. It's kind of sentimental. Um, if I traded it in for an older van, then I don't know what I'm going to get. If I get a new van, it's going to cost me a lot of money every month. I had a good New Year's. Did you have a good one, Dame? I think what Craig wants to buy is a Class C, which is the kind that's like a van front with a cab overhead that's like a bed on the top, and then a bed in the back, and then a little living room. That sounds really nice. Well, being busy is pretty good, Dame. Nothing wrong with that. My New Year's was quiet. I just basically stayed in with Kathy and Mark. We played some games. We had a nice dinner. Then I came back here and did a live stream. And that was my New Year's. I'm doing good, though. You guys have done some great thumbs up for me. I appreciate it. And I got money from Craig's. He sent me $50 on Super Chat. So that's amazing. I don't mind being. I'm a big girl, but I could be in a nice van, a camper van. Hi, Kathy. Totally, Kathy. Welcome. Happy New Year. It's good to see you. We're just talking about anything really, but one of the things I was talking about earlier is all the stuff that we've done. If you think about it, what did you do that was major things for the last 10 years? And you realize how much fills up 10 years. So trippy. How's your back doing? Who are you talking to, Butterbean? Butterbean head. I didn't do a lot of Christmas shopping. We kept it kind of like on the down low for this year. I haven't sold anything on my Etsy shop since Christmas. But I have some new beads. New beads. What do I got to show you? This one's new. I call it ocean colors because it's blues and greens and teals and turquoise, dark blue, light blue. Yep. Pretty. Pretty, pretty. And I've got this one. Nice neutral colors. And I did make a 52-inch one, so you can double it. Yeah. Whoa. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry. Messed that up good, didn't I? Looks like I had an attack. Well. I've seen live chats like that. I don't know if I can do that, where there's more than one person. Thanks, Kathy. Facing another earthquake. When was there an earthquake? Darby said you were thinking ocean and I said it. All right, let me read some of this. Darby said, in the last 10 years, I moved back to Florida, got divorced, buried both parents, started business, and found you. That's a lot of stuff. 10 years is a long time. The 52 inch is $50. I'll show it to you close up. Libra said, I want to get back into messing around with Fimo. I've had too much going on right now. I watched a few creators talent channels, and so much can be done with Fimo and making beads. I have done Fimo beads. Shells and glass beads and wooden beads. Oh my goodness. Oops, trying to read. That's right. Darby knows. She's got a couple of these long necklaces. And I have one that's a little shorter, like a 40-inch. There's a clay bead right there. This one has two or three of these clay beads that I collected. Ooh, sorry. Have I ever watched mudlarking channels? Mudlarking. I like sea glass, and I don't watch them, but Kathy and Mark have watched a lot of that stuff. The mud and magnet fishing and all that stuff. Oh. Welcome back, Linda. Dinner was good, huh? Far out, Darby. I'd love to see a picture. Why don't you take a picture of you wearing it? I had to restart my, refresh my laptop, so I'm not seeing everything. Kathy says, totally. Kathy said I would. Oh, that's right. I would have loved that when I owned my beauty shop and looked for beads for the boxer braids. The holes in regular beads were not big enough. Yeah, you want pony beads. Show the blue one again, Carrie. Okay. It's really blues, greens, and turquoise. This one you mean? That's the ocean color one. Yeah, you need to get nice beads that were pony beads. Not the plastic ones. Sometimes you can buy beads with really large holes. Right, like big glass beads with big holes. You'd have to go to a bead shop. That's a lot of the beads I picked up from a bead shop, and you get different things. Huh. I've lost my channel. It's just the internet. I'm glad I didn't I'm glad I didn't use my laptop tonight. Molly says Time before that, I'm pretty sure a small caliber handgun went off. Moved here 3 years ago, and it's a small town. Worst apartment ever. I don't like apartments. Yeah, you guys are back. I'm glad you're still here with me. I think I've lived in apartment buildings, and I never, my parents managed them when I was a kid. I hated the feeling of being in an apartment building. Paper beads. Hmm. This one also. These are all blue. This one's all blue beads. Butterbean had said, I live in a first floor apartment in Florida, and the lady above me did her rowing machine every morning at 4 a.m. I don't care for apartment living either. That would bug me. Yeah, I wouldn't want to have neighbors so close. I'd rather live in a mobile home, and that was the choice. My parents moved out of this kind of a condominium, and we got a mobile home, and it was much better. Darby's asking if I have any local subs. The only one that I know of is Chad McGee lives in this town. Yeah, you live in an apartment, but that's part of your job. So that's part of your job. You have to do certain things, keep the money flowing. Totally, Kathy says you can't do a $300 cornrow hairstyle and put cheap plastic pony beads. I'm surprised there aren't more options. There's got to be. If you do a search, a Google search for um, cornrow hair beads, I bet you'll find stuff. You're going to have to do a little searching. I swear that you'll find some. Libra says, I had a guy that juiced carrots in his juicer at 5 a.m. every morning. I usually got up at 6, so that extra hour was awful. Yeah, I bet. And Gigglefishy said, I live in an apartment above a garage. Those garage doors are really loud. I bet they are, yes. And Faye says, my daughter lives on the top floor of a loft. Oh, you're talking about the 80s. Yeah, that's true. No internet back then. James, thank you coming in. Thank you so much. Have a really good sleep, and have a good weekend. Teresa says we own our own home, but a few years ago, they sold the land across from us to the city. Now we have low income homes since we can't have anything in our yard. They steal food from the garden. Oh, bummer. Libra said, I hate apartment living too, fighting over parking spaces, shoveling a spot because the snow people were late and I needed to get to work. Yeah, that's true. I don't want to come. If I was going to buy somewhere, it would probably be a standalone small home or a mobile home. I don't see living in an well, we don't even have them here. They've got a few of the low income housing are like duplexes. They're not too bad, but I wouldn't want to live in them. Well, that's good, Faye. Faye says her daughter's got a downtown loft, big windows, and a barking dog 24/7 by her side. Right, Carrie Joe says, "Me too, Deb. A tiny home. Yeah, I'd like to. Actually, I would love a home that's maybe a little bit bigger than this. This is 27 foot with a slide out. If I could have build a little home, but instead of just this slide out, I'd have a really long slide out. That's all I'd need. Just a little wider. Hugo Fisher said it was really the luck of the draw. I own my own home, but gang members next door who also terrorized my dog, people behind me, had all night parties with loud music. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a fun place to live. We've got a big barking dog across the street, but at night I I don't ever hear it. But sometimes it's like ruff. It's a big dog, that low ruff ruff. But we don't have a whole lot of sound here. Like it's pretty quiet. If a big huge truck rolls it through, sometimes I'll hear it if I have my windows open. Yeah, I know how it feels to want to run away and you don't really have anywhere to go. Yeah, totally. Kathy said I own my own home and there's a lot of drawbacks too, lots of to keep up with. Yep, that's true. Wow. Well, at least we've got the next 10 years. Hopefully, God willing, all of us will be here and we'll make the best of it, right? Make the best of the next 10 years. And it is an investment. That's right. Kathy has a house. See, now you could buy a little house here in this town. You could buy your own little house for 35 to 45,000 and have a nice home. Kathy wants a condo so somebody else can take care of the landscaping. That's the good part of that. Gigglefish said, I watched some of the nomads. They run into some really interesting people. And if you're on the outs with the tribe, you can be shunned wherever you go. Well, how would you be on outs with the tribe? What would you have to do to be on outs with the tribe? I don't get that. Faye's going to come to visit Knox City. Swing in Knox City. Sailing, Florida. Hello. Whoa. I have sold and moved many times because of next door neighbors. It's horrible. I feel for you all, for all of you. Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to deal with that. Um, I'd be surprised at what some nomads do. I probably would be. It would be depressing to think that because they don't like you that you're shunned. That's not nice. Libra said, I'm not convinced that living on the road is a happy place. Well, I like having my home base right here. And I'd like to be able to travel, but come back home every now and then just to have a few months of off the road. I'd like to meet the tribe. Um, if Craig and I have a chance, we're going to definitely uh, try to meet up with Aja and all those people. Full Tiny House, Dana. Carrie Joe's going to go to Florida and stay with her sister. That's great. Ooh, Kathy, that's interesting that you said that. She says, certainly not everyone, but nomadic life does tend to attract folks that lack in social skills. Huh. Gigglefish, she said, the longer I've watched the nomads, the more I'm glad that I have sticks and bricks regardless of problems. That's interesting. Teresa said, I was watching one channel and there was a nomad who would just barge in people's home without knocking. And she caught a woman on her toilet bucket. Oh my God. That's pretty gross. Linda says, but condo fees are high. Some start at $400 a month, and you still are responsible for the side condo and plumbing. Totally. Molly says, totally. I suspected that as much watching for a year and a half and see even a mobile community has issues. Everybody has issues. There's no perfect anything. So, you know, just like I said, Kathy said it too. You know, nothing's perfect. You find the people that you enjoy, and that's good. Sometimes you don't enjoy certain people. So you know, it all depends. Like if you're a liquor drinker and they're not, or if you're not a drinker and they are, you know, you're going to have to find the people that you can relate to. Um, Sheila. Hi, Sheila. Yeah, I watch everybody in the tribe too. Someday I'm going to. If things work out, maybe this winter I'll be able to meet up with quite a few people. But I wouldn't want to live with them. You know, I live here. This is where I live. Well, the mountains are beautiful in California. I don't blame you. Linda lives in a pretty area. Hi, Richard. I think it would be horrible to be with the tribe and everybody putting cameras on everybody at all the time. That would bother me. Hi, Richard. Sorry to hear about my. Yeah, I haven't gotten my channel back yet. It was hacked on November 10th, and I started this channel around the 15th of November. I've been told that I'm going to get my channel back, and I'm not sure when, but that they're working on putting it back the way it was. There was a lot of strikes against it, and they were like bogus. We'll see. Carrie Jo said, yeah, I'm lucky when we say when we're retired, my house will be our summer home and hers will be our winter home. Well, what, your family? That's nice. Right, or smokers. Exactly. You know, if people are smoking cigs all the time, that would be something that I wouldn't want to smell. Wandering Jimmy. Molly said I could see myself like that. Teresa said whenever Christopher Travels puts up a video out, I am just so amazed at the scenery around him. Thanks, Kathy. I feel pretty bad about not getting my channel back and all of my wonderful videos of my good friends, family, people that come visit me, places I went, talked about. just yeah, I'm just trying so hard to just be patient. I wouldn't want to live in the middle of the desert though. I would like to visit Christopher if I had a chance to see his place, but it just seems very lonely out there. It feels pretty to lose the channel this long. There's so many people. I had wonderful videos with my friend Patrick from the Paddy Wagon and Marion, his mom, and I had videos of me and Chico going to dinner and going shopping, and I had my friends that have visited me, and I just yes, it's very sad, and I've been told that I'm going to get my channel back, and that's all I know. Gigglefishy said, I started watching the Nomads because I like the drives, which most people say they don't like. I like a little bit of driving, but after a while, it's boring. I don't watch every single person in the tribe anymore either. As a matter of fact, once in a while, I'll see Aja. I'll click on a Pandemonium, or I'll pick on a Full Tiny House once in a while, or Destination Open Road, or even Nomadic Fanatic, but I don't watch every single time they put a video out. Um, in love with health said I have my trailer and a truck that I can pull it with a $1,200 hitch, but I am still not on the road. I don't see how people can afford the gas. I can't. Mummy. Mummy. I like Christopher. He's great. He was here visiting me, and I have him on video too that I used to have in my old channel. Well, when they're in a tribe traveling, it is like you see one person's video and they're all saying the same thing, just their camera. I've never gotten into Mummy. I've only watched one live stream with her, but everyone seems to think she's a wonderful lady, so she probably is. Gigglefishy said, I still watch a few, but I've been watching them for a few years now, and the wintertime in the desert is no longer interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of videos, Molly, that I remember, over 1,100, almost 1,200 videos. That's a lot. Linda, I hope you have a good night's rest, dear. We'll see you very soon, I'm sure. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I'm subscribed to a lot of them, and I watch once in a while. Richard, I didn't understand that. You said, did your friend from New York, is that what you mean, ever show up? That's Craig. No, he didn't show up yet. We're supposed to still get together this year. I am too, Carrie. I've been told that I am going to get my channel back, and it's supposed to be like it was before it was hacked, which would be so cool. I just wrote another letter to Calvin just saying, well, when are they going to tell me something? When are they going to, you know, he's just the middleman. He doesn't, he's just the communicator. I don't know. There's a lot of nice people out there on the road or in homes. Christopher is a real nice person. He's a true friend, definitely. It's about that time, actually. It's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. It's just over 2 hours I've been on. It's been great. I've really had a good time talking with all of you, as I always do. And I'm so glad you come in and join me when I put up a live stream. Did you see did you see me warning everyone that I was going to go live? I did it on the community post. Good night, Butterbean, Beanhead. Good night, Sailing and Faye. Good night, Carrie Joe and Faye and Molly and Giggle Fishy. I don't know if Craig's still there, but thank you, Craig. He's been here. He